In the immortal words of Gary Vee, attention is the number one asset. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about how you can cull certain things out your life so that you can pay attention to the things that are relevant. Aboriginals. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Talk Mode. And I am, as you can probably tell from all the most recent subject matters that we've been discussing, whether it's goals or habits or whatever else, I'm kind of in a transitional phase of my life at the moment. And one of the things that I'm trying to do is cut out the distractions. Yeah, there's loads and loads and loads of distractions, things that I've accumulated over time, and things that try and take my attention away from what's important. And therefore, I am in the middle of what I like to call the big cull. Yeah, I'm just culling things out of my life. So, let's talk about a couple of different things that distract us, right? A lot of people use this time of year to cut down on social media. Yeah, they like decide, oh yeah, we're gonna like delete the Twitter app or delete Instagram or whatever. And I thought about doing that, don't get me wrong, it feels like sometimes I do get caught in the doom scroll, even though overly I don't overly live on social media. I don't watch a ton of reels and stuff like that. Normally, it's like what someone sent me is what I'm watching. But occasionally, I do fall into the trap of doom scrolling, and then a similar thing happens to me with YouTube. I've subscribed to a lot of channels over the years, and at the time, let's say I was into a particular game, I would subscribe to a channel that's streaming that game, let's say, and then a few months pass, I'm no longer into the game, and they're probably moved on to a different game, and I'm no longer interested, but I somehow still have them on my subscription, and therefore you see that noise, right? There's a lot of noise all the time. We live in such a we live in such a full life. There's so many things vying for our attention and our time, and I feel like it's kind of important to narrow that down to the things you're actually interested in or that are actually going to benefit you in some way, shape, or form, so that you don't have so many distractions when you're trying to actually focus on something that you want to do or something that you want to achieve. So what I've been doing, and this is a work in progress, man, because it's actually quite messy to deal with. But I started with YouTube, right? I spend a lot of time on YouTube. Um, it's where I think in fact, it might be my primary form of entertainment. Is probably YouTube. Aside from gaming, I think I spend most time streaming different things on YouTube. It's also a huge source of information and learning. So what I did first is I went through my subscriptions on YouTube, and I had about 200, and I've got it down to about 60. And that's probably still too many, but I felt like those 60 that I knocked it down to, when they put stuff out, I am actually interested to watch it. Um, 9 times out of 10, the whatever videos they're putting out pique my interest. So therefore I remain subscribed to them. Um, so that was the starting point, and then I decided to replicate that on Twitter, and that was a lot harder because on Twitter I was following like 700 people. Oh, that was messy, man. Getting clear through that took a little while, but I've got it down to around 120, 130, something in that. It's in the mid hundreds. So got it down from 700 at one point. So I thought I did pretty well there, to be honest with you. The thing is, Twitter made it very easy to do that. Like they had this feature, you just go on like your following list, and it tells you who follows you and who you follow, and then you can just unclick the follow button, or unclick unfollow even. And the only annoying thing is, every time you have to confirm, yes, I want to unfollow. It's a piss take, but I did that, so that was okay. And then I thought, let me tackle Instagram. And you know what? I'm still working on it. It's a mess, man. So I follow about 1,200 people on Instagram, and the interface to unfollow people is just so inconvenient. Like it comes up in a little box. It don't go on a full page. Again, you have to individually unfollow people. It doesn't tell you who's following you. So that's a bit of guesswork going on there. It's just messy, man. I really can't be asked, and therefore, with Instagram, I've just stayed away from it. Like I'm not going on it. Not that I went on it that much anyway, but still, like I'm dreading going on it because I really do want to clean up my feed, and it's not gonna happen because it's a lot of time I have to invest in doing that whole unfollow thing, which is a piss take. But that's what I want to do, right? What I'm trying to do here is when I go on Twitter, instead of just clicking on, you have the two sides, right? The for you and the people you follow. And sometimes I'd go on the for you, but sometimes I'd be on the people you follow. But I followed so many people that those two feeds were almost identical. But now, when I go onto it, I click on the follow side, and then I know this is curated content that I've decided to follow. All right, there's some ads in there and stuff, but if you block them, you block them. But the rest of the time, the rest of the information and things I'm seeing, the tweets I'm seeing, the posts I'm seeing, they're all people that I actually follow, and I actually want to hear what they've got to say. So it's a much better experience because I'm on there, but I'm on there for 5 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, oh, that's what's happening. All right, cool. I'm not just sitting there doom scrolling and looking after whatever. And it allows me to control what I see as well. So if I want to see positive things, then I just stop following all the negative things. Now, I'm not a believer in that. Like I want to see everything. I want to see the full picture, but I like to see reliable sources. So I'm unfollowed a lot of crap that I was following over the years, and I've had that Twitter account for, I don't know, 8 years now. So, I've had a lot of different interests over the 8 years. So I followed a lot of different things. Anyway, I've cut that down, pared it down, and now and it's the same with YouTube, right? I told you, YouTube is one of my primary sources of entertainment. Now when I go on it, rather than just going on the front page where you got the algorithm telling you all these different things, I just click on my subscriptions, and I know this is curated content to what I'm interested in and what I want to watch, and the people I feel are either really good entertainment or are accurate with the information they provide. And then, yeah, occasionally when I'm looking for something new, I will go on the standard trending page and all of that, like, the For You page. But most of the time, I spend my time in that subscription area. So, I'm doing that, and that kind of, it does two things. One, I'm only seeing things that actually matter to me, and two, I spend less time on it because I'm not getting into that falling down that rabbit hole of just watching one video after another. I'm literally watching what I'm gonna watch, and there's a finite amount because I only subscribe to 60 people. So even if they all put a video, once a week, I'm not gonna see that many videos over a week. So it means I spend less time on the YouTube, and that means I've got more time to read a book or do something I want to do or record an episode of this or whatever it is. So yeah, I'm trying to pare it down, and I'm kind of trying to do that. Not so this particular part of it, this digital cull, really is talking about attention, and that's the purpose of it. But then there's also a physical cull that needs to take place, and we normally refer to that as a spring clean, right? So I've been get rid of a few things that I had, you know, whether it's clothes that I never really wore and I don't really like, and older stuff that I've just kept lying around because, if I'm being honest, I'm a bit of a hoarder. Yeah, I like I attach a lot of sentiment to a lot of the things that I own, and therefore I hold on to things longer than most people probably do. But more recently, we had this thing at work going on where they were doing a charity drive over Christmas, and I thought, you know what, this is a good opportunity for me to let a few things go. So I must have taken about 5 black bin bags worth of stuff to the charities. And I'm doing a bit of a physical call. There's still a long way to go there. I do want to go through my wardrobe and try go for a more I'm not gonna say minimalist because I know I'm lying to myself if I say that, but just get it down to more simple, you know. I just want it to be more simple. None of us need as many possessions, sorry, as we have, right? Especially me. I've got way too many things, so I'm in the middle of trying to list a few things on eBay and sell them. What I can sell, great, get some money out of it, put it towards something that I'm actually working on or trying to do at the moment. And then on the other side, I'm trying to just other stuff give away to charity and just get that, I don't know, what do you call it? Good deed out the way, put more in the bank on that side. Because I believe in karma and stuff. So I think, yeah, more good deeds I can do, the better. So yeah, man. Those are the two things I'm calling right now. You could also say it's the right time to call some people out your life. Ultimately, there's a lot of people who want to come in and give their opinion on things, and sometimes it's nice to listen to other people's opinions and get different ideas going. But sometimes it's just a whole load of noise, man. And ultimately, you just need to tell people to fuck off sometimes, mate. People gonna give their opinion from their viewpoint, but ultimately you live your life and what you want or what you need, only you can know, really. That's not to say you shouldn't speak to other people and get their advice and stuff. It's a clever thing to listen to what other people think. But you need to know your own mind, and there's definitely people out there that come and shit on your dreams or shit on your goals. And ultimately, mate, you just need to call them out of your life. So tell them to fuck off and do you. Just do you, man. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd share this with you. I'm sure a lot of people who are listening to this, I say a lot, but whoever's listening to this, I think the reason you're listening to it is because you're already in the mindset of, yeah, I need to make improvements. I need to focus on goals. I need to do this. I need to do that. And so I would assume that you're already in the process of cutting out the noise in your life, whether that's subscriptions, whether that's financially, things you're spending money on, you want to cull that, pare it down so that your finances are more streamlined, or whether it's just people you're trying to get rid of. Um, I assume you're doing all of that. But I just wanted to share my current process and what I'm trying to work on at the moment for myself. I want to share that with you in case it sparked something, gave you an idea, or, I don't know, maybe you can give me some advice on what you're doing and how you're doing it. And if you want to do that and have that conversation, man, contact me on Instagram, of all places, at Wahab Originals. Just drop me a DM and we can chat. Um, the reason I'm not saying Twitter anymore, if anyone's been listening to this, I used to say Instagram and Twitter. I'm not really saying Twitter anymore because I'm trying to stay off Twitter because there's a lot more negative stuff happening on Twitter. And sometimes it's important to see, but sometimes it's just, you get stuck in a rut, right? So even though I've cleared Twitter up, I still try to stay off Twitter. It's just bad habits, You just get into that scrolling situation. So, yeah, man, that's what I'm doing right now. calling it a big call. Um, but yeah, let me know what you're doing, what you're cutting out of your life at the moment. Give me some techniques that you're using to get more focused. Thank you very much for listening. You take care. Goodbye.